Hello and welcome back to another video review, this time for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more reviews like this, and please leave a comment below letting me know if you enjoyed the film. Thousands of years ago, apocalyptic tyrant Darkseid and his parademon army arrived from another planet to conquer Earth using three devices known as Mother Boxes. They are defeated by a coalition of the Old Gods, Amazons, Atlanteans, humans, and a Green Lantern, leaving behind the boxes, which are guarded by the Amazons, Atlanteans, and humans. In the present, Superman's death reactivates the boxes, luring Steppenwolf, Darkseid's disgraced lieutenant. Steppenwolf intends to re-establish Darkseid's favor by assembling the boxes into the Unity, which will terraform Earth into a replica of their home world. Steppenwolf enters Themyscira via a portal and battles the Amazons to retrieve the Mother Box. Diana Prince receives a warning from the Amazons before learning about Darkseid's attack on Earth and Steppenwolf. She notifies Bruce Wayne, who is attempting to put together a team of metahumans he has discovered in order to establish an alliance to protect the planet. After failing to recruit Arthur Curry, Bruce seeks out Barry Allen, while Diana seeks out the cyborg Victor Stone. Victor refuses to join until his father, Silas, and other Star Labs personnel are abducted by parademons looking for the humans' Mother Box. Steppenwolf kidnaps and murders the Atlantean soldiers guarding the Mother Box, leaving only Mara and a reluctant Arthur to protect it. Gotham City Police Commissioner James Gordon provides information that leads the squad to Steppenwolf's soldiers at an abandoned undersea facility. Despite the fact that the crew rescues the abducted employees, the facility floods, keeping them until Aquaman assists them in escaping. Victor finds the final Mother Box he had concealed. He explains that it was used to repair his body following a vehicle accident, and that the boxes can rearrange matter at the user's command. The trio learns they can use the box to resurrect Superman, but Steppenwolf will undoubtedly discover its whereabouts. Meanwhile, Steppenwolf sees the anti-life equation on Earth, a hidden force desired by Darkseid to dominate all of reality, and alerts Darkseid. Clark is exhumed by the team. Kent's corpse is placed in the amniotic fluid of a Kryptonian ship's Genesis chamber. An amnesiac Clark is revived when Barry triggers the Mother Box, attacks the group after Victor's cybernetics targets him in self-defense. Lois Lane comes just as he is ready to murder Batman to calm him down. They proceed to Smallville, where Clark regains his memories. Silas sacrifices himself to supercharge the remaining Mother Box with laser heat, allowing Victor to track it. Without Superman, the five heroes journey to an abandoned Russian city where Steppenwolf plans to establish the Unity. They fight their way past the parademons, while Superman later comes and subdues Steppenwolf. But Victor fails to stop the Unity, causing the world to be destroyed. Before the shockwave hits him, Barry joins the Speed Force, changing time to give Victor the required charge that allows him and Superman to prevent the Unity. Wonder Woman decapitates Steppenwolf and transports his body to Darkseid on Apokolips via an open portal. Darkseid swears to return to Earth in order to discover the anti-life equation. In the epilogue, Bruce, together with Diana and Alfred, intends to establish a team headquarters at the demolished Wayne Manor and assists Clark in reclaiming Kent's farm from the bank. While Arthur briefly sees Vulko and Mara before riding out to see his father, Barry informs his erroneously convicted father in jail that he has obtained a job in Central City's police department, and Victor is motivated to understand his life's purpose by an audio recording left by Silas. Clark maintains his secret life in Metropolis, while Diana considers returning to Themyscira. Lex Luthor has left Arkham Asylum and is visited by Slade Wilson on his boat, to whom Luthor discloses Batman's secret identity. Later, Bruce awakens in his penthouse from a mysterious dream of the future, to be visited by Secretary of Defense Calvin Swanwick, who appears as the Martian Manhunter and praises him for gathering the team before pledging to stay in touch to prepare for Darkseid's return. Normally, I would name all of the important characters in the film, but given we've seen most of them previously, I'll simply mention a few of them. In this film, Batman is the one who assembles the Justice League and is mostly the mastermind behind all of the plots. In this film, you can definitely see Batman's regret after intending to kill Superman. He feels that assembling this squad will respect Superman's memory while also keeping the planet secure. Otherwise, he's largely the same as he was in Batman vs. Superman. Ray Fisher plays the Cyborg. This interpretation of Cyborg is fantastic. He has a lot of father issues, and towards the conclusion of the film, he forgives his father for not always being around. I appreciate how they show us the parts of his life where he feels like a monster and doesn't belong in the environment. I really appreciate how they portrayed his loving side, and how despite all that has occurred to him, he still sincerely cares for people. It was good to see towards the conclusion of the film that he was finally at ease in his own skin and could live among the others. Ezra Miller portrays the Flash. I enjoy this character a lot because I like the Flash. He was one of the most significant characters in this film, in my opinion, since without him, the Justice League would have lost and the world would have ended. I think I honestly like this interpretation of the Flash because I see so much of myself in him, considering that he seems like such a nerd. It's awful that Ezra Miller was compelled to do what they did in life. There are several positive aspects to this film, but given its length, I'll just highlight a couple that particularly jumped out to me. Superman's comeback is fantastic. It was really emotional to see him finally back, and to see his family so thrilled to see him. Another aspect of Superman's return that I enjoyed was his fight with Steppenwolf. That was really enjoyable to see, because Steppenwolf was so cocky, and felt he was going to beat everyone and make Darkseid so pleased. Just seeing Superman beat him with ease was immensely enjoyable, and having Wonder Woman ultimately get her revenge on him by chopping off his head was the icing on the cake. I especially enjoy the sequence in which the Flash travels back in time and rescues the entire world. Without the Flash, I believe the Justice League would have lost and the Earth would have been destroyed. The blend of the music and the CGI was fantastic. I really liked the callback from the beginning of the film when the Flash was talking to his father, and his father urged him to make his own future. And when the Flash was saving the world by traveling back in time, he kept repeating what his father told him, which I thought was a really nice touch. What I don't understand is why the Cyborg plot was omitted in the Joss Whedon version of Justice League. There have been rumors that the reason Cyborg was not a big part in the Joss Whedon version was because Joss Whedon didn't like the actor who played Cyborg. But I'm still baffled as to why they had to eliminate this. In the initial version of this film, Cyborg was a character who no one cared about. We didn't know much about him, but in this version of the Justice League, we discover a lot more of his backstory. We've seen so much of it that we've grown to adore Cyborg, and it's a shame that the actor was treated so badly by Warner Brothers. It really revealed a side of him that I hadn't seen before, and simply his connection with his father, which was heartbreaking at first, but ended up being very nice because he cared about his father. I like how we were introduced to Deathstroke. Apart from the fact that his suit of armor was really nice, there isn't really much to say about his role in the film. As much as I enjoyed this film, I do have some reservations. The only big concern I have with this film is the ending. I'm not sure why they showed us sections of the Injustice storyline without context. As a comic book lover, I'm familiar with the Injustice plot, but to fully get it, you must either play the video games or be well versed in the comics. I realize this version of the movie was produced primarily for comic book fans, but a random person hearing all the excitement about this movie and walking in and seeing this would be completely perplexed. I felt that the film might have done much better without those parts. And I could also say that with Batman vs Superman, since it also came out of nowhere. Also, what's with the Joker's strange sexual joke?
Who's gonna give you a reach around?
The film's next flaw was the sequence in which Darkseid battled all of the Guardians of Earth. I thought the moment was fantastic, but I didn't enjoy how weak Darkseid appeared. I hate to make that analogy, but if Zack Snyder was attempting to convince us that Darkseid was a Thanos-level menace, why did he go out like such a bitch? It was a fantastic scenario, but I didn't enjoy how Darkseid didn't put up as much of a fight as you'd expect him to. Ultimately, how would I rate Zack Snyder's Justice League? I'd give it an 8 out of 10. The reason I give it an 8 instead of a 10 is because of this scenario at the conclusion and how weak Darkseid appears to be. Without those issues, this would have been a perfect 10 out of 10 film, but that's simply how it goes. Aquaman will be the subject of my next review. If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe, as well as leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.